The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Power Trading Hour with your host, David White. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, David White.
And welcome all to another exciting edition of the Power Trading Hour with me, your humble, lovable, and squeezably soft host. A rare event today. We've got some red on the S&P, off 7 points. So although we were down to 2760, we bounced a little bit up to 2760. Let's call it 2765. Dow's up 55. Nasdaq's down almost 80. And you know what? We've got, I think, a little bit of confirmation in one of the stocks or one of the ETFs that we had that was the biggest signal I can remember in 10 years on it. We'll look at that one again today and see if we've got confirmation, at least in that sector. We'll look at a bunch of other things, too. This is going to be a day to where I'm probably going to be distracted by the ticker somewhat. So you can always give me a call at 877-927-6648 and have my undivided attention. You can also email me at path@tfnn.com. And, of course, you can always put a message in the den. But I think we've got some fairly nice setups. We'll be looking at what options are telling us, and I'll bring those charts up during the show. That's what they call in the broadcast business a tease. I talk about it, but I don't show it for a little while. Just the anticipation. I can smell it. I can smell it across the ether. Anyway, as I said, not expecting a whole lot out here. Almost everything I have, as I said, I'm fairly short. Almost everything I have is in July expiration puts, and I bought way out of the monies, or at least out of the monies. So I've got a few. If the market goes the way that I go, I may have my first 10-for-1 put for the year. And that would just be going to where a previous test went on this stock just a month or 6 weeks ago, maybe 8 weeks ago. So I'm just assuming that. So we'll see if it doesn't, I lose $1. If it goes my way, I make $10. That's the kind of trades I like and we're set up for. Now, does that always happen? The answer is no, but the conditions are right. Talked to you about that, on Tuesday? Don't know that a hurricane's coming. You can probably see it out there in the Gulf. It may or may not hit you. But if there's not one out in the Gulf, it ain't going to come and hit you. It kind of has to develop. You can kind of see it brewing. You can hear people talking about it on the news. I suspect that we do and have seen a high in the market. And I thought it would be kind of one of these things where it was, how can I say, slow. But I think this could be a Tina Turner where nothing is easy. I got to find that now for the show the rest of the day. This one may be hard. She doesn't like anything easy. She liked it all hard. And, of course, I suspect the selling will be, or at least at the moment I'm suspecting the selling will be slow through next week. Now, next Thursday, we've got the G7 up in Canada. And we've got the president reminding the Canadians that in the not too distant past, they burned down the White House. Although they're trying to rewrite history today and make it sound like there were a lot of other people up there in Canada other than Canadians back then. Oh, those were British. Okay. Anyway, it's almost laughable on how people try to rewrite history at some points. But I always love the fact that the president can, in a moment, can basically get a whole bunch of people. Isn't he the perfect troll? He can say anything and these people go nuts. The only thing you could do to destroy him is ignore him. And they can't ignore him. So he just goes back to trolling him. Pretty fun. Anyway, 2763. What else do we have? We'll look at the rest. Energy so far today, we've got about 4.4 billion shares. So another push to the high. We needed somewhere in the neighborhood of about, I would figure about 9 billion shares total. We've got about half that right now. I don't see it coming. Got a lot of emails in already. Keep those email coming, and we'll talk about that stuff during the thing. We like to do it rough. Yeah, we do. Nassim Taleb style. Yeah, he's probably the guy with the most strikeouts in the world in the stock market, and also worth $4 billion. So what does that tell you? What was the guy that was Mr. October from the A's? Maybe somebody remembers it in the end when I used to watch baseball. I'm trying to remember. Reggie Jackson, yeah. So Reggie Jackson didn't do much all year, but man, was he worth every dollar come September, October, and November. Jesse Jackson. No, it was Reggie Jackson. We'll see about that. Got a little history, and then we'll get into a lot of other stuff going on.
And it's all just a little bit of history repeating.
On this day in 2000, United States District Judge Thomas Penfield Jackson orders the breakup of Microsoft into two companies, one that will develop operating systems and one that will develop the other applications. Microsoft immediately announces that it will file an appeal of the judgment, what would have been a monumental event in the history. The technology giant never actually happens, however. In fact, I was just talking to somebody about that yesterday. The ruling is overturned just a year later. Microsoft will be sanctioned, but it stays one company. If I remember right, on this day, it was down 30%, maybe 35%. Microsoft was off in one day. And, of course, this is in the height of the dot-com blow-up, so no one was happy. And it was fire first, fire second, fire third, and then maybe aim. There wasn't a whole lot of thought going on this day in 2000. It was every man for himself. The Titanic was going down. I can remember this day extremely plainly. And what else can you do about it? Vuja Day is what people say. Well, I'm thinking that we're going to probably see the same kind of stuff coming in the next few years. I don't know how soon it will happen. Regulation, probably the first thing. I think that's the easier part of this, and we'll probably see that in Congress. Certainly going to see it. I've already talked about that last couple of days, and we see those internet companies, not just one or two, but a handful of them, getting rather smacked. And I think everybody sees that regulation coming in Europe, especially already, and seeing those kind of beat up a little bit more than usual today. I think that was kind of easily viewable in the rear view here. I'm short and loving it. Be back in a
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Dave takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
But there's just one thing, you see, we never ever do nothing nice and easy. We always do it nice and rough. But we're gonna take the beginning of this song and do it easy. But then we're gonna do the finish.
I can't hear it. I heard
rough.
a couple seconds of it.
The way we do proud.
Trying to get that on. Maybe we'll get that on the next break. But I thought I heard just a couple of beats of Ike and Tina Turner. But we don't know. Maybe that'll be back here. I've got something I've got going on here. So give me just a second, and I will be back to you. The market waits for no man. That's the theme of this episode. There I go. I just needed to get a ticker symbol in here to take a look at it. Okay. Played. Yeah. Didn't hear it here. Didn't hear it over. No one else hit it. No. We'll see. Okay. So what do we have going on? First thing I wanted to bring up, as we said, was the QQQs. This is the nuclear chart, if there is one in the market right now. Very little energy, no retest of the 153.88 level of April 2nd. Came down on a lot of energy off the March 13th high to that April 2nd. Went up without a lot of energy, came back with more energy. Did find a low on that April 25th doji spike, gapped up the next day on no volume. So if you had a target out here for this thing to come back, now that's gone up on light energy, tested the previous high on half the volume, you'd want to be looking at the 153.88 to 156.47 as the next long, well, I'm going to say midterm target on the Qs. Now, today, we're down. We're going to have more volume easily than the last 2 or 3 days. The question is, how much support are we going to get from this candle on the 1st of July, this 45 million share day? We got 26 million shares now. Question is, And I think what we're probably going to see is this act as support into expiration next week. So you're looking at the Qs, probably 171 and 172, maybe for a low into next week, maybe 171. I think the continuing of the selling will probably go a little bit farther into the next expiration into July. At least that is my scenario for the moment. Question about IGV. What's that? IGV. Software Index Funds Trust. I got to add this to my list. Hang on a second. Seems like I've got a lot of stuff going on here today. And I do. But if I do not write this down, I will forget it. As my dad used to say, who watched a lot of Charlie Chan movies growing up, he would always tell me, longest memory, start with shortest pencil, number 2, son. So I always remember to write things down and have a pencil handy. Well, pretty nasty candle. You do need confirmation, I suspect, about a close below 183.21 on the IGV would do that. You're probably not quite there. What's the low of the day? 184.84. So you need to close back underneath that March 13th low to give a confirmation. The way I would look at it, you got a little bit of a gap up in energy. We're already into this candle of the first on this one that had 620,000 shares with 300,000 shares. So probably going to see, at least in some of the software companies, I think they're going to hold up a little bit better than the internet companies in the next 30, 45 days. Software doesn't seem to be affected that quickly, but the internet seems to be affected very well. But I certainly need to add this to my list of sector oscillators. I keep on running across ones that I need to add. That one's there. Anyway, we're off almost 7 points in the S&P cash. So going back to the Qs, I think, you've got a fairly decent setup. And the only question is, how long does that June 1st day up act as support, in my opinion, anyway? And could we kind of go a little sideways and down? I think it is going to be more of a drip, drip, drip. We should see, I suspect, a lot of action late next week, and that's Thursday and Friday when we get into a giant food fight with everybody in the G7, and maybe the Canadians trying to burn down the White House for a second time, and also take over and invade Detroit. Did you know that in the War of 1812, they actually took over Detroit? The governor or the mayor, can't remember which one now. Even my history brain has gone a little bit farther out. Got drunk and gave up early. And we lost Detroit, got it back, I think, in 1814. But anyway. What else do we... Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. Okay, so anyway, bouncing around here a little bit. Is this thing instantly going to blow up in flames? I do not think so. That's what I went out for the Julys for all my puts. But, could we see a little bit of reaction here? I think so. It's going to take a while to make people think that the market's headed lower. Markets don't turn on a dime. And we'll see how the rest of the day plays out here. But my guess is that, we've got some emails that do come up fairly interestingly. We'll talk about a few of these other things. Wanted to get into the options expiration chart and what it shows us. Basically, we're trading in the SPYs. Where is that? I got too many things on the screen today. Too many balls in the air. Oh, okay, can't move that. Can't move that. Did I close it? I think maybe I closed it. Okay, that's not it. Oh, there it is. I hit it. So I want to get a current quote on the SPY here. Let's do that. 276.97. So down about 50 cents, 44 cents on this. That puts us pretty much in the camp out here that there's about a 10% chance that we close at these highs. So if you were bullish and you think that we just hang out here, then maybe it's time to go to the pool and hang out for a week, because the chances of much higher are pretty low. Like I said, about 10% chance that we go any higher. There's 90% chance that we close lower than the high of Wednesday. And, we've got risk all the way down to about 264 on the SPYs. Give that a fudge factor of about 20. Looking at about 267 on the SPYs, somewhere around there, 2680 on the S&P cash. Probably pretty good guesses right now. Now that'll probably come up a little bit, but maybe we get 2,700 for Friday next week. That wouldn't be beyond the scope of reason. We'll be back after this.
The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary Power Law Vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
No rolling on the river? Okay. Anyway, we're looking at stocks out here. We'll see how some of the rest of them are doing. Don't see a lot going on. This is kind of just the beginning of the market turn. As I said, it probably takes a little bit for a lot of this stuff to get rolling. Everybody wants to buy the dip, so we'll see a few of those people coming out there. Of course, they are known as dips. What are the people that buy them called? Anyway, we got a fairly nice little move out here. Let's take a look at the SMHs. You didn't quite make it up there. This really hasn't had any kind of volume since this 106.14 high on April 17th. You have pretty much what you're looking for, which is very strong volume on the way down on the SMHs. Support comes in at about 105, which is this gap up from the 21st. You know, you just, like a lot of these, you just never really got the kind of energy that you would have liked to seen for the SMHs, to just think that this isn't back in some kind of range. Risk for this probably through mid-July takes you back down to 95.47. So just a bigger trading range as far as I can tell, but fairly decent candle today if you are thinking that the SMHs have topped out. See a little bit lower. Question in the den is, I would be interested in what you think your favorite small cap AI play would be. Thanks, Bob. Don't think that there are any. The problem is that for the most part, that everybody's giving their stuff away. In fact, I got a brand new version of an AI toolkit from Microsoft last week, and even the second version of their stuff this morning that I put together. So the problem is, when it's free, what do you have to do to make money on it? And the answer is have big web services sales. So the people that are all making money on AI, since a lot of it came from institutions and has licenses that you can't charge for it, until someone comes up with something special that didn't come out of most of those Canadian colleges, which is where all the stuff came from, there isn't a lot of money to be made other than to charge for packetized services on it. So the people all making 98% of the money from the software right now are Amazon, Google, and Microsoft in their web services. Microsoft's web services is called Azure. Google, I forget what theirs is called. AWS for Amazon Web Services. They all have their own packages, but basically they build everything ready to go and then try to make the money on renting the server to you on a time basis. So for this point, there just isn't much going on in machine learning that you can make any money on other than playing it through companies doing well on web services. There are probably going to be some new packages of people from people that are that will make some money, that'll be on the shoulders of these guys. But everything that everybody's focusing on right now is all the TensorFlow. I'd say 80% of people that are doing anything are looking at TensorFlow from Google, and I'd say everybody else is fighting over 20% of it. TensorFlow is very interesting, but it's written in an incredibly horrible language called Python. And people that love Python just haven't really looked at good structured languages, and they don't know. They all came from colleges. That's why it's written in Python, because it's free. And really, like I said, Microsoft just launched their package. So it's it's different if you have 18 hours a day to go write something. I don't. So the Microsoft stuff will probably work fairly good for me. But, if you're at Facebook or if you're at Amazon or at Google, you hire people by the thousands. So if it's hard to do, you got 1,000 people to go do it. If it's me trying to figure out how to beat the market with AI or a small company, I think that's probably where the opportunities and open doors are out there. Hopefully that answers your question. The meaning of life. Okay. Anyway, the SMHs want to look at anything else out here. Oh, someone wants to look at the OIH, which we'll look at. Oh, another one out here. Chinese proverb from Pat. The palest ink is better than the best memory. Yeah. Okay. The OIH, a little pop out here. Not much volume. I suspect you're going to get a retest in lower prices in crude over the next few days. You're getting ready to, in crude also to go into the OPEC meetings, and that thing looks like it's going to be a food fight. So I don't, why I thought about getting into crude and thought we were going to probably bottom at 65. We probably still are. But the thing is, I would love to see another retest of the low 64s in crude. We're up, what, a little less than 2% today. I would love to see another retest, and I just would want to be way away from crude as we go into that OPEC meeting, because everybody's talking about opening the floodgates. If you look at the Baker Hughes numbers last week, we got 19 new oil wells just in Canada opening up. So the supply is coming. The Mississippi is opening for the summer, and we could get a lot of crude down the waterways and back out and around. So I'm really worried about the upside supply. The actual stocks in some of these oil services didn't move that well. Let's take a look. I was looking for a lot more out of XOM coming off a bottom. And it's been, the energy just hasn't been there. You had one good day and the rest has kind of been bouncing around back up to these highs. For me, this looks like it could be more problematic that you get up to 84, or maybe 85 in ExxonMobil, and that's all she wrote. And that's the next move back down, probably to 71 again. So, you know, I just avoid the OPEC stuff coming up. The G7 also makes everything else problematic too. So like I said, I'd rather be short something right now than long something. And we'll see how the rest goes. So we're off just 3 points now on the S&P cash. The people apparently found their wallets and went back into piling in the S&P. Let's look at the IWM when we come back. We got down to 165.23, but 165.74. We'll look at that as we come back. Send your emails now or give me a call at 877-927-6648.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The TAS Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the TAS Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the TAS Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
And we're back. What did we wanted to look at here? Someone was bringing up BA. I haven't looked at that one here in a little while. See what's going on. Boeing, or I am not going, yesterday had a total of 4.4 million shares into a 5.5 million share. I think we probably have a little top out here. Energy was off by about a fourth off this May 3rd low back up to this high. And so can you say that it's topped out? I think you can. I don't like the downside on this stock, though. I think there are a lot out here with more downside to them. But yeah, could this come back down fairly easily to 355? I think the answer is yes. So that's probably, I was looking at options during the break on it. And I think we're back, you could be back down to 350. Now, maybe that's enough for you. I need some pretty good movement to make up for the time that I'm wrong in options. So I don't know if that would be enough for me. I'd have to look and see how the ones, but I'd be certainly out there in July. I don't think I want to, I think we're probably going to see some slow movement is what I'm thinking. So I've gone out a little bit longer, although I do think that there's a nice opportunity opening up in a nuclear options trade for tomorrow's close, or maybe even tomorrow at noon. So I'm watching. If I seem distracted, that's what I'm looking at. Okay. So what else do we have? Got that. Okay. Look at the IBB. Again, the energy in these legs has just been rather poor. And this started before we were going away in May and selling. This volume has been bad. You get a couple of days where you run some shorts out, and that's about it. You don't have a lot of volume in the IBB. I suspect that by next Friday, we see this thing back around 105, though. This never really got the kind of juice that it really needed to get. And if you look at this on a retracement level, you just basically went up to a kind of a big fat congestion zone and kind of back into it today. So there just isn't that much. One thing I don't like is that light volume off the April 6th low, but that's kind of the entire market. The thing that you have to like is the light volume down there at $100.22, which I bought, and it went to like 105 or 106, and we got out of it. It just never really had the volume that I wanted in it. So we'll look at that. Let's finish on that. Okay. And
we always do it nice, rough.
I found my song.
The beginning of this song.
Now I don't know where it's at.
Easy.
Let me find it here.
Then we're gonna do the finish. Rough.
She's going to do the finish rough. Could be. So, let's see, where is that? Open? Where's the open file location? There it is. Okay, it's in there. I don't know why I couldn't find it. Looked for it for a while. Okay, let me close a few windows out here so I can get back to what's going on. Another look at what's going on, which at AMAT. The SMHs we kind of already looked at. Pretty good indication that this is an ABC down for applied materials. You had 56.74 high on May 14th. You did that with 12 million shares. You got down to 51 million shares when this thing blew apart, and then went back up. You basically got your 618 retracement. That would have been to 53. So you got within about a quarter of a 618, but you filled halfway right into the gap that was available after the first initial move. You come back down a little bit, you fill half the gap, and then you come down today on fairly decent volume. You've got a couple of stocks that are doing better in that sector, but of course they're smaller. NVIDIA got a little bit of negative news out here. Still the strongest semiconductor manufacturer that there is, I suspect. Let's take a look at Intel very quickly. Intel, same kind of thing. Now, this one has a little bit better setup. And, you know, at about 5104, you have a very nice consolidation level. At 4780, you have a absolutely beautiful one. So if you're thinking this summer, you get a little pullback in Intel, you get an opportunity to buy this thing right under 48 bucks and the volume's light. That is the big buy in Intel. So you may want to put that down on your calendar. See. Wanted to look at Microsoft too. MSFT, as we said yesterday, looked to me like you were at least going to get a retest of the $100 level. Let's see how far this thing has come back so far. So you got down to $100 and 38 cents. So you kind of got that, which is about what you were looking for. My guess is that with all the options on this, that a week from today, or for tomorrow, Friday, we probably come into this, and guess what? My guess is it's probably still stuck at 100. There are a lot of options on each side. What else do we have going on out there? I think that's it. I've got kind of a small emergency going on. Hopefully the people in the studio are listening. Can we go to break right now? I will be back after the commercial, but got a small fire to put out here. And I think this is the first time I've ever had to do it while on the air, but we're just about a minute in. If you can play a little music, we will be back out after the break.
matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Catch Tom O'Brien, professional trader and educator, founder of TFNN. Also, a special guest on CNBC. Tom will bisect and dissect the markets. The Tom O'Brien Show, next on TFNN.
And we're going to take a look at Baidu. Out here for David. Yeah, we're looking at it. I don't know if you're going to get it. You really want, you've got this the original gap kind of set up right here on, what is this? The 18th. That gap down had 16 million shares. You're going into that with 3 million shares today. I really like it if this thing could get up maybe to 272. You may not get it. You may get a little bounce. And that would be the bounce that I'm really thinking you'd want. Now, maybe you get it. Let's take a look at the S&P out here, 2770. So you're still off 2.5. Let's go back here. Let me look at that. Hang on just a second. Okay. Yeah, you're, I think you got something. You know, if you got a bounce tomorrow, maybe Monday, I'd still want to get 272, just 273 on this to pull the trigger. Your risk reward will just be better. I like that you got a doji out here today. There's a good chance you get a doji tomorrow on this if it's going to go back down lower. and you're going to get an ABC. Let's see what the expansion on that would look like. This look at this as the A. We'll make this the B. We'll make this today's the C. So yeah, that would give you to 215. Let's see if there's anything else out there. That puts you right between these two gaps, but there's a previous low out here at 213.56, which is the April 14th. Yeah, April 4th low. That's right behind this gap. I'd probably say the trade setup would be in that 272, and he moved back down, because then that moves your 1-to-1 to about 220 to 221, and that'd perfectly be in this gap that's right here. Let me take a look at it here. This gap, which is back on the 10th. So yeah, the symmetry would work out with one little pop out here on no volume. You certainly have no volume today. You went to 268. You just need a little bit more to make the risk reward really sweeten up on this. If it goes sideways for a couple of days, then I think you can take the shot. If it gets up to 272, I think you can take the shot. And I think we're going for the end of the show. Yep, starting to hear some music. Anyway, in the meantime, sell when you can, not when you have to. And we will see you here tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.